And so you talk a lot about sexual transmutation, and I actually uploaded a video last week talking about that, right?
Right, I saw that. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
It's so important to our,
it is
to everyone, but especially to males and to the addiction to porn that is happening and the over sexualization of our culture. And it's really like,
really,
I'm proud of you for doing that for our males that need that masculine energy that's positive. And
thank you. And you know, like you said, everything in this society is sexualized. Like, women are being exploited more often, and like men are taught to, you know, like sex is everywhere, right? So like, I really want you to explain to them, because a lot of men on my channel already know, but the women on my channel may not understand the concept of sexual transmutation.
okay, so yeah, so basically what I'm so uneducated on it though, honestly, like I feel like I know very little.
I'm still learning myself.
I will always say with all these things and topics, like I know nothing, because the more that I learn, the more that I know nothing. And I basically feel like I just like know what works for me and the little research I've done. So definitely do your own research, obviously, but it is understanding that sex creates life. It is the most powerful energy in the world. It's created me and you. And basically what sexual transmutation is it's found in chapter 8 of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It is taking the energy that you have when you feel horny, instead of masturbating or having sex, and using that energy towards something that's going to be productive and like, for example, reading or working out, and basically using that energy and transmuting that energy from what you're going to do into something more productive, and using that beautiful life force that we have to manifest beautiful things. And another powerful thing too that I've talked about is the act of basically using that life force to manifest when you are orgasming, having a vision of what you would like to manifest into your life, and that's extremely powerful. Using that energy not just for pleasure, you know, like actually using it for what it should be used for, like creating our reality.
That's gonna go over so many people's heads. Like, I really need y'all to understand, like, when you climax is to create life. Like, it is so important that when you climax, you have the vision of what you want to manifest, and use that energy and send that energy towards that thing or person or circumstance that you want. That is so powerful.
Right. Like, we all want to feel good, right? But why not use that energy? I mean, hello, we're creators, right? And when we can use these tools and learn, like you said, it's just beautiful when you see these things manifest into your reality. Like, you know, like the times where I was thinking about, you know, being in waterfalls and, you know, in nature, it manifested into my Bali trip, and that's beautiful. That's and before you know it, it manifests, you know, it's just just the powerful creators that we are.
That's amazing. And I think a lot of people don't realize their power, especially their sexual energy, because for me, like, I have an extremely high sex drive, and I struggled with like just controlling myself, right? And when I learned about transmuting that energy, that was a very hard period for me, because I didn't understand that you could literally channel that energy into something that you want to do. And I think a lot of men struggle with it, but I didn't realize how many women actually struggled with that as well. So it's so dope that you're like actually talking about that, because you're the first woman I've ever heard speak about that, right? And I think like you're definitely gonna help a lot of other women like figure out their true power.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I talk a lot about that, and just realizing that I don't need to be ashamed for being sexy and sensual, and that realizing where things can maybe come from spirit or come from ego, right? So like if I'm posting something and maybe in the past be like, oh, put like a sexy like caption or something, well, that's really coming from my ego at the end of the day. It's okay to have a little bit of ego. We're never gonna not have ego. It's not healthy to not have some ego, right? But when it's coming from spirit, I was like, you know, like, why do I feel ashamed about posting this? And then realizing like, wow, like I'm a sexy woman and it's okay. I don't need to be over sexualized for it. And I actually posted a video about it on my Instagram, and then posted a caption about it, and was like, you know, your perception is not my baggage to carry. If you choose to over sexualize this and just say like, you know, it's just sex, then like obviously that's not my responsibility. So knowing that it's okay to just express myself freely, and just being grateful for the time that we live in, obviously today, that I can say those things, and all the things that women have been through is just like incredible. And you know, we live in an amazing time where we can, like, I'm hosting a women's healing circle soon, and
right.
you know, speak out on these different topics and just realize where things are coming from spirit and where things are coming from ego, and the different things that we can heal. And it's always working on healing my inner wounded, you know, little girl, and stepping fully into my, you know, goddess woman power. So, but yeah, there's lots of things we need to realize. Like, an over sexualized culture was planned a long time ago. And yeah, it's just like, sex is love, you know, it's not what we are taught and led to believe that it is. And there's no reason to be ashamed for sex. So I do want to say too, when we were talking about sexual transmutation, I said, oh, use your energy towards something more productive. And I'm not saying that sex isn't productive when you're, you know, with your partner and you're procreating, whatever. I'm just saying, you know, obviously realize how powerful that energy is.
Exactly. So. And don't just like spill it on anything, but actually
that's another thing too, who you share it with as well. It's important.
Exactly, because that's literally a creative force that like moves the universe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, like it's been such a pleasure having you on here.